Of all the lantern core, the orange is the most unique. Technically, there is no core, merely the one called Agent Orange, the one who possesses the orange flame. And currently, it is Larfleeze of the planet Okara, a former destitute slave and inept grave robber who once stumbled upon the orange lantern only to be enraptured with the emotion avarice or extreme greed. Yet the orange lantern core remains a formidable opponent of the green and the blue. That is because the orange core is made up entirely of those beings Agent Orange is either killed, thereby giving him the ability to steal their identities and create constructs of them, or those who have been killed by his existing orange constructs and added to Agent Orange's ranks. After all, we are talking about greed, and Larfleeze would never share his power with anyone. But there is one construct that Larfleeze seems to favor over all others, one that he is often seen with, one that he relies on for companionship, and one that, let's face it, has a lovable quality despite his own immoral vices. His name was Glomulus, and this is his story of how a lowly space slug became a powerful ally in the War of the Light. But before we begin, we'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe, comment, and share this video out. It really helps out the channel each and every week. Thank you. In DC Comics' prelude to Blackest Night, in Green Lantern Volume 4, Issue 40 from May of 2009, there is an additional short story tacked onto the end of the book. Of course, in the main story, the Green Lanterns are pitted against the Orange, and we see this whimsical if not deadly construct named Glomulus in action, even killing a Green Lantern and consuming his ring, therefore making that Green Lantern the newest member of the Orange. But like seemingly every other Lantern story, this one is filled with sorrow and tragedy, and it is one that can only be told by Agent Orange himself. Larfleeze speaks to us as he bathes in mountains of orange lantern rings. They are all his, no one else's, and he knows the more someone sees something, the more they covet it. So he begins with his last and only warning: go away, stay out, or suffer the same fate as his orange lantern of Sector 2826. We begin on the planet Okara, and as Larfleeze states, the poor, pathetic Glomulus had a horrible little life. Imprisoned in the worst pub on Okara by the back door, in the backwoods of my forest. And this is where we first meet the formerly living subject of our tale. Meanwhile, an Okaran warrior, Brooktal, one of the more uncivilized of his species, is berating the owner of that pub because he is still hungry. As he is served, we see in the background a purple space slug peering through the bars of his small cage, sniffing the food he cannot eat, and desperately waiting for a moment of freedom to feed his belly. For Glomulus, this is the only thing he has to live for: scraps, all the scraps in the world. Brooktal finds a hair in his stew and throws the meat to the floor in disgust. The pub owner unlocks Glomulus from his cage. It is time for him to perform his work: clean the floor by eating the only food he is provided, tainted scraps. And he does this joyfully, as it is the only existence he knows. Even the most tasteless food satisfies his belly, because even Glomulus knows beggars cannot be choosers. And despite what any of you think, we are all beggars, begging to be touched or begging to be left alone. Brooktal sees Glomulus, grabs him by the head and picks him up, demanding to know what it is, and Glomulus is terrified. Larfleeze then reminds us beggars that he has learned that you have to take what you can get, take what's put in front of you. The pub owner demands that Brooktal be careful with Glomulus. She just bought him. Brooktal then realizes that Glomulus is just a lowly cleaner slug, and he delivers a backhand to the pub owner while ordering her to bring him some salt. He is still hungry, and Glomulus looks tasty. The pub owner rises up, telling Brooktal that her cleaner slug is not on the menu, but she also knows the situation has gotten out of hand, and arms herself with a knife. Larfleeze then reminds us that you must also protect what you own. The pub owner does just that, and stabs Brooktal in the chest, his blood splattering into Glomulus's mouth. Larfleeze also reminds us to eat what tastes good, and Brooktal tastes very, very good. To Glomulus, Ocarins taste delicious. Glomulus ate his fill that day. Every scrap, every bone, every piece of slop, even the aprons. No one was left unconsumed within the pub. Then he wandered into the backwoods of the Ocaran forest, Larfleeze's forest, looking for dessert, rubbing his belly and feeling big for the first time in his existence, and also a little bloated. Poor, pathetic Glomulus. How could he have known that instead of finding food, he would still become food himself? Only this time, for Bloom, the orange construct beast that Larfleeze has patrolling the field of weeds that borders his palace. Glomulus let out one final scared "hoo" right before Bloom devoured him in one bite. Glomulus died, killed by a member of Agent Orange's Lantern Corps, his consumption complete, his identity stolen, and he was reborn in Orange Flame. Glomulus of Sector 2826 now belonged to Larfleeze, Agent Orange himself. So now, as Larfleeze says, you've been warned. Turn back. Stay away. This same fate could happen to you, because there is always a bigger fish in the pond, and on Okara, Larfleeze is the biggest of them all. Thus ends the origin story of Glomulus, Orange Lantern of Sector 2826. I hope you enjoyed this look back at pop culture and comic book history. I thank you for watching, and if you want more pop culture fun, click on the thumbnail at the end of the video for our look back at the fallen angel of the Red Lantern Corps. Please, you'll be glad you did. I thank you for watching. Until next time, remember I'm still your reluctant gringo from somewhere south of the border. Salut and a huevo.